You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So for all of us over the course of this Taurus new moon monthly cycle, we look at the Sabian symbol that is imbued at the degree point where the sun and moon are conjunct. This month, it's at 16 degrees Taurus. The Sabian symbol imbued at that degree point and flavoring the entire month's storyline for all of us is a battle between the swords and the torches. So this might be swords representing air and torches representing the fire in the belly, maybe the creative spirit. There might be a battle between head and heart over the course of this month for a lot of people. There might be some controversy, some conflict in the air on the global stage as well. So we'll have to take a look to see how this manifests for us. Cancer, welcome to your May 2016 Alchemy Scope. So this is going to be a bit different. I have been wanting to do channeled art for the signs for many months now, probably since December or November. But this morning I woke up and it was the day. And it's been so delicious so far. So I am going in order of the signs, Aries through Pisces. Not every month do I go in order, but because this is an artistic exercise, it feels it's part of the storyline to see what is the evolutionary cycle for these different demographics. So likely I'll look at the whole after it's all complete. So I'm excited to do that as well. But for now, I'm focused on Cancer's evolutionary cycle. And what I'm doing is I am essentially tuning in to the field of consciousness, to our field of information. And I'm just going to see what comes, what artistic forms are coming, speaking directly to Cancer and the May evolutionary storyline that's unfolding. So let's get started. This is a meditation exercise. I really encourage you to get your tea or your water or whatever you'd like to have and just sit and enjoy the process as I go through this and just enjoy it. Enjoy the process to see what's coming, what's unfolding, to see what comes up in your psyche, in your consciousness. So I'm going to go ahead and draw, tune in and draw, and then I'm going to analyze it, okay? And then I'm going to pull a card, all right? Okay. Cancer. So Cancer, one thing that you're going to notice is that you're going to see the edges of these other drawings, but that's perfectly okay because essentially they're all connected in one way or another. So, and in fact, some of the encroachments of the drawings feel appropriate. It feels like they're also probably melding into what these other drawings want to be. And in fact, I'm feeling like that's already wanting to happen with the Gemini reading. So let's see what's coming for you. Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer, what's coming for you? Cancer, what's happening? What wants to come up for Cancer? I'm going to adjust myself here, Cancer. I'm feeling a little, I'm losing my comfort a little bit here. There we go. It's better. That's better. So Cancer, I'm just going to keep drawing, and then we'll talk about it when I'm done. We'll see what wants to come here. I'm so fascinated to see kind of what, well, I have to say a couple things. One is I've not done this on camera before. I've never drawn on camera before. So, but I have to say it feels quite natural. It doesn't feel forced or odd or, you know, it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel inauthentic, actually, to do it on camera, which is kind of beautiful. But the other thing is, it's coming very rapidly and naturally, like just as I'm tuning into the signs. So this is now my fourth that I've recorded. I don't know. It's just coming so freely, and I wasn't sure how it was going to be, and it feels really delicious that it's just like images are just coming. And I wasn't sure if they were all going to be kind of similar, but they're all so different. It's quite something. I'm just really, really, really liking it. It's like I'm not having to think at all. I wasn't sure, you know, how it was going to manifest. I just love it. Loving it. I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind is really, really powerful today. And so you might hear some, well, you might hear my chimes certainly in the background, but you might hear the wind too. Let me see if you can see everything okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. It actually doesn't quite feel done yet. I was thinking maybe it was done, but no, it's definitely not. There's a couple more things I want to happen here. Okay, Cancer, can you see everything? I think you can. Good, good. Yeah, okay. So this feels pretty much complete for you. So some little piggy, some little beast is here for you, Cancer. Some little beastie is here for you. But there's definitely a story, and let me explain what it is. So up at the top here, this was from Gemini's reading. This was like a smog bank. It was a repercussion from something that was created via distraction, via self-denial, via a lack of willingness to go within. And the very first thing, Cancer, that came up was this protective piece. So it's like, what I get is that you, Cancers, over the course of May, are going to be very keen to protect yourselves, to be in a self-protective mode, which of course is very Cancerian. It is a very protective sign. But in the month of May, and again, these readings are tapping into what is most activated for your growth at this time. So if it's your personality, if it's your will, if it's your ego that is going through the most change and transformation, then the Cancer sun sign, if Cancer is your sun, this will resonate. If it's your perspective that is most shifting right now, most in a maturing state and most in a growth stage, this is going to be the reading for you. If you have a Cancer ascendant, if you have a North Node in Cancer, and this will apply if you feel that your soul is pushing you for major growth in your soul's direction to align most with your soul's growth. If you are a Cancer moon and you feel emotionally that is just, you are being really grown and matured on an emotional level, then this is going to apply for you. So it depends on what is it that is most activated for you as a Cancer-centric person at this time. Now, because you are going to be creating a barrier, creating protection from smog from other people, from dirt from other people, from a dissonance, from a negativity from other people. By the way, for some of you, this has to do with Gemini people in your lives. So you could, Cancers out there with Geminis in their lives, or Cancers out there with Gemini aspects that are integrated into their soul print pretty distinctly. You're going to want to watch out for this Gemini tendency, because you're going to then create either a personality barricade or an emotional barricade of protection. Now, this isn't necessarily negative, I have to tell you. It's not a negative thing to want to protect against that which is dissonant, that which isn't feeling good, you know? But what I'm seeing here is kind of interesting, which is that there's this protection that's here and there's some spikes that are up. It's like you're going to be a bit defensive with the protectiveness. And there's a flower that emerged here, if you saw. So after I had done the animal, and after I think, no, this was before this flower. So after I had done this animal, or at least a portion of the animal beastie, the flower came. And you can see here that this is kind of dark and thick and spiky and defensive. So the protection is defensive, but yet there's a flower here. So it's almost like for some of you in May, you might feel like you're putting on the smile, but it might be not in integrity, because you might really be feeling very defensive and very hurt and very negative. But maybe for some of you, you might put on a face, a mask, a smile. For some of you, this is actually talking about you are hopeful, like within the defense and within the wanting to protect yourself, you're actually feeling good, positive about certain things, and you're wanting to protect that. A lot of you out there might be wanting to protect the things that are growing, the blooms that are growing, and you don't want any negativity. You might be turning off more technology. By the way, technology is a lot of this. Technology and videos and information overwhelm and overload. It's really at a point for me anymore that I'm really having to discern it. Like I'm really having to turn it off because it's not serving. In fact, it's not, I would argue it's not serving most people, and most people aren't very discerning, and it's actually addictive. So for some of you, this is going to be technology related. For a lot of you, it's just negativity related. So it's whether it's online or whether it's people in your life, but you are wanting to protect, because see, the flower is in between the spikes and these coming down. And what I'm seeing, because this came later in the drawing, the animal came. First of all, let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about these. After this protection was built, the animal came. And the animal, you can tell here, is sweet, innocent, a little bit sad, kind of innocent, and almost like Eeyore. You know, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Eeyore. There's kind of a little bit of a victim mentality here. There's a little bit of feeling tired and exhausted. Like, I'm a sweet person. Why is it that life is so negative, so hard? Why is it? So there's a lot, Cancer, that I'm seeing that you're like, you are feeling like you're a beautiful being. Like, why is it that things are so hard? Why? Why do people have to be that way? Why is my growth lesson so hard? And indeed, dear ones, the spikes are coming in. So it's almost like, see how this protection is put up, this barrier is put up, but it has spikes? See then how later the spikes came down from the flower, down from this protection fence, and came deep down, and they're stabbing you in the back, stabbing you in your tail, in your sacral area, in your survival area, in your sacral, your creative area, in your survival area. There's something that's coming back. It's like you're getting a pushback, Cancer. You're getting, I just want to see, yeah, okay, good. Everything's still recording. I just want to make sure. But here you have this barricade with spikes that's now coming back to hurt you, to bite you in the butt. That's important. That's important because keep in mind, these came right at the end. And so what I'm getting is the initial part of May, you're going to be a little bit defensive about some things. You're going to be feeling like the sweet one. Why is everything so mean? Why is life so hard? And then there's this beautiful flower that's emerged. Beautiful flower. It's like there is such grace, there is such sweetness emerging from you, through you. Your soul is the flower. You are the sweet one. But it's not that the other people aren't the sweet ones too. It's not that the negativity isn't actually part of the perfection of life. That's where your lesson is coming in to play for May. The flowers are there. Anchor with the flowers. Be aware that the defense that you put out to shield yourself against negativity does come back to bite you in the butt if you aren't aware of it and if you don't own your power. This beautiful animal needs to own his or her power. You are a creative, powerful being by your inherent nature, Cancer. By your nature. We all are, and you're no different. You're special and you're distinct, but you're not outside of the realm of the organizing principles of nature and natural systems. This is a beautiful, I love this for you, because what I see is that just be aware in May how your defense mechanisms can come back to bite you in the butt. And in the meantime, if you can just be mindful of it, then you'll start to wake up. And, you know, this is interesting too. These three dots, these three growing dots, they got bigger and bigger with these little kind of underlines, these little underscores. They're at the bottom as well of this barricade against the negativity and of the flower that's there, you know, kind of wanting to protect the flower, wanting to protect your goodness, your sweetness, your lightness, your optimism, your humor, your joy. There's these three kind of seeds that are underscored, and I find that interesting. 3 is communication, and 3 is creativity. So keep that in mind. There might be some communication that is the defense that's coming out and back to bite you in the butt. Or it could be that there's these seeds of beautiful creativity that are waiting. They're there waiting. In fact, look at that. I mean, they're right on top of this flower here. So these 3 seeds of potential communication power or creative projects are essentially right at the tip, right at the top of this beautiful bloomed flower that's coming from your root, coming from your grounded taproot of self. Very beautiful, this. I'm excited. Let's take a look at the, let's see if that's going to keep. Let me wipe down my hands a little bit here. And I'm going to pull a guidance card for you that I'm actually excited to pull for you. This is one that, as I've said on the other scopes, this is one that I really didn't have a desire to use on YouTube because this deck is for my personal use and it is so powerful. But I am going to pull it today. This is the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle card deck. This is Alana Fairchild. I am going to pull the card now, and then I am going to have a segment with the meditation. So Cancer, this is your guidance this month in May for this May 6th Taurus new moon monthly cycle. This is your guidance. This is your goddess. This is your embodiment. This is your guidance. This is your goddess. This is your embodiment. This is it, baby. Cancer. Oh. The little one rises. Number 18. Let me make sure it's number 18. Yes. Look at this, Cancer. I want you to drink that image in and then stay tuned because I'll read about this card for you. The little one rises. Number 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 9 is completions. The little one rises. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, stay tuned and let's tap into this for you. Cancer. So this month you are to embody Kuan Yin as the little one rises. And this is what Kuan Yin is saying this month. I see, nurture, and protect the small starts, the new ideas and projects that are just beginning to come to life now. I see the potential in them, how they can grow into fullness, and I lift them with my grace above all interference into full flight. Divine timing and my grace shall bring growth. Keep attending to the small matters, beloved, for from those seeds, great gardens are going to manifest.